Hey YouTube, coming at you with what's going to be my last Halloween Cup team. I may showcase others if they're submitted, but I'm done with this league. Five typing leagues are not terrible, right? 1, 2, 3 typings are usually pretty bad. 4 or 5s usually expands the meta enough that it could be okay. Not this one. You got your flyers. Basically flyers, grounds, waters, scissor. Like that is based, and maybe a couple fair. Like I've seen a couple Carbanks and I've seen a couple Florgas, but otherwise it's just like choose your flyer, offset it with the ground, and then choose a safe swap. And that's exactly what I did here. Togekiss, golurk. I was double weak to ice. I put a Pokemon in the mid game to beat ice at first, and then again it was Galarian Moltres. It was Murkrow. It was Nidoqueen. It was a bunch of ground. And I was like, everything's weak to ice here. I'm double weak to ice. Let's go with the old, reliable, meta changing Ice Fang Drapion in these limited cups. And not surprising, it had a ton of play against everything that is weak to ice here. So Florga's in the lead. We'll play this out. Hopefully get to, I don't know who wins CMP. It looks like I do. So Psyshock will register before the chilling water lowers our attack. So that lands. That's nice. Knowing that I'm going to win CMP. We're just throwing right away. But there's no point of trying to get cute here. If they catch something, so be it. And they do catch. We don't care about that. And it's a Glycopod. So this is actually almost best case scenario because I need to stay in because I don't have an answer for this. Golurk is a ground, which is resisted by bug, and then ice is resisted by the water. So we're staying in. We're playing this out. We take that. Now I can maybe come Ice Fang Drapion. I've seen that at Shadow Claw because if they are running Fury Cutter, it would have been resisted on the Togekiss. So I know that their fast move is resisted. Aqua Jet will hurt, but opting to shield that. I was about to say, I was going to see if I can fire Ice Fang down. I can't. It's resisted. So, going to take it out. A little slower on the charge, obviously, but it is a very hard-hitting move. There comes the Florgas. I'll probably instant swap. Yeah, I don't think there's a point of having your attack lowered and staying in that matchup. Nidoqueen. As you can see, despite me hitting super effective with Mud Slaps, and them hitting neutral with Mud Slaps, we're basically at the same health, and they lowered my defense, so I'm going to be taken out there. But yeah, kind of crazy how much damage this Golurk takes. I guess I shouldn't be totally surprised. It is a very glossy Pokemon, but man, for hitting super effective, I thought you would maybe do a little more damage to the Nidoqueen, but do end up taking this matchup with that energy. There's Murkrow. And this isn't even a good matchup. In fact, it's a losing matchup because you both get to the moves at the same time, but you lose CMP. So I'm just going for the extra one, hoping that I think both times they caught here. But I think the play is just double shield and peck down because you're not going to win CMP. So just going to go for that extra peck. But as you can see on their end, their pecks are doing just as much to you. With that extra peck and they're just a little glassier, you can take that. You can you'll win. Fortress comes in. Fortress is running Bug Bite. I am Fairy and I'm flying, so Bug Bite is double resisted. So I am in no rush to get out of here. They're gonna have to throw because they're not gonna resisted move me down like that. So I've grabbed a shield, took it to the yellow. They're gonna be forced to throw. Get an instant swap. Don't want to get farmed down for no reason. Speaking about resisted move, I am a ghost, which also resists Bug Bite. So lots of things resisting Bug Bite here. That's kind of what I said when this move was buffed for the first time. I said, okay, it's a good move, but there are 8 typings that resist Bug. So, and 8 typings that are very meta relevant. So not all of them, but like a lot of them are meta relevant. So tough to kind of run Bug Bite users and stuff like that, in my opinion. Clodsire in the back, so going to hit it with the Shadow Punch. Instant swap into Drapion where the poison is resisted, and I could just start getting ahead on energy. And look at those Ice Fangs add up here on the Clodsire. Super effective. Here comes super effective Aqua Tail. Not enough to take out. There's the Ice Fang to take it out. And with that, a very comfortable win. 200 charge, super effective charge. I've done 2 out of the 4. Working on my roots and my dust for level 71 there. Again, Murkrow, we've seen this. I will lose CMP. There's no doubt about that. And so I will probably try to just over farm again. I assume they'll just CMP right on 10 here. 8, 9, 10. So they'll throw. And they try to catch. Crazy. Anyways, Golurk comes in. Mud slapping this down like crazy. Play rough is neutral. And it will hurt because Golurk's so glassy. So much so that it puts me within like a couple HP. So I have to just kind of throw this to get this out of here. Which hurts because then you just allow the Murkrow to get one more fast move. Gonna come Drapion with the Ice Fang. I'm gonna have to shield up anything, but I figured super effective Ice Fangs, I could just take this out faster and shield up the move that I would have to shield up on togekiss anyways. So all their charge moves are resisted. So I know I could take a charge move. I wanted to get to the crunch because Aqua Tail won't take out, but I want to force this shield here, or basically take them out. So here comes a crunch. They do shield, instant swap and snipe with the Aura Sphere. Need to take this out because you do not want to take any boosted bullet punch, which is super effective. Do take it out, and with that, do peck down. Guzzlord, grid lead, they're going to get out into something. That something is a Nidoqueen. So, no rush to get out. Mud Slap is resisted. You have Psyshock, which is super effective. Yesla has Poison Fang, but you're just going to outpace to the moves and you're going to be able to take Switch. I also have Ice Fang Drapion. So I can just basically stay in this matchup. And I could have stayed in the matchup and just won and thrown Ice Fang. Looks like in the moment I decided, let's catch a Poison Fang. Because I still have 2 answers in the back for Guzzlord. I now have energy here that I can do Dynamic Punch. And I still have energy on the togekiss. So I figured in the moment, just having that combo, I was going to be in pretty good shape. So here's the Dynamic Punch. They do shield. Here comes a togekiss to try and snipe. And they catch on the Clodsire. So that is unfortunate. But I have Ice Fang Drapion. And again, just coming in here. I'll get the Aqua Tail off. They will live. I'm going to shield up a move. It is an Earthquake, which means I can overfarm a decent amount here. Not that any charge moves are going to matter against Guzzlord. But, you know, Chip with Crunch, Ice Fang is super effective. That combo alone is going to put pressure on them to throw a charge move. Basically, the only like potential win con is like getting 2 moves and one of them being Sludge Bomb, but not with those Ice Fangs coming, right? Look at taking that down to the deep red already. They have to dump one. It is a Sludge Bomb. If it's running Brutal Swing Sludge Bomb, you have no moves for Drapion. Mandibuzz does get out. Nidoqueen, again, can you win this matchup? Yes. Is it comfortable? No, it is not comfortable. Can I live a Poison move? Yes. Can I live a Stone Edge? No, I don't think I could. So I opted to shield. So I can get a Dynamic Punch off here. So Golurk, yeah. I don't love Golurk. It seems too glassy. And it seems like a lot of things in this meta beat it. And for even having a Mud Slap for super effective for some of these other poison Pokemon, it just does not seem like you have as strong of a matchups as you would want to have for something that should be that dominant. Core Breakers. There's 2 things that cause this team an extreme amount of problem. This is one of them. Scizor, super effective against the Togekiss, just as spammy and hard hitting as Golurk, so you're basically taking each other out super quick, and the Ice Fang being resisted here and slower charging means that they're just going to outpace and hit hard with those bullet punches, so you essentially have no chance, especially when you have Togekiss Drapion as the only Pokemon left. That's the first one. The second one is your Ice Pokemon, because Togekiss is weak to Ice, Golurk is weak to Ice, and Drapion is using an Ice type move. So here we go again. You have to just go Golurk as the instant to try to chip it a couple. And like this is successful. I'll have to shield, but I got 3 Mud Slaps off to take it to the yellow. So that is basically all you can hope to do if you're running this team. So Azumarill comes in, and this team's pretty glassy because now it's like, okay, I'm going to be taken down here. I've already used one shield. If I come togekiss, I'm going to have to take a super effective ice beam. Or do I shield and try to farm down? Yeah, so I'm going to shield and try to basically take this out before the second ice beam. Or catch an ice beam. What am I going to do here? Or throw before. And now I'm down 2 shields. So I don't love the scenario I put myself in. And they shield. Okay. So Scizor comes in. Again, doing a ton of damage with the Bullet Punch. But charge moves are resisted, so I may live a Night Slash Trailblaze. Yeah, I do live, and I do have a charge move, even though it's maybe resisted. It's not resisted, it is on the Carbink, but that is not going to help this scenario. Will be super effective, but I am down shields and a Rock Throw user, and basically Azumarill loaded with an Ice Beam. This is basically a top left. I would be very surprised if I throw a move. Taken out here. Togekiss into Charger Bug. So electric, tough one. I'm going to come Drapion as the general safe swap, hoping to catch it off guard, and sort of do, right? This is why you use Ice Fang Drapion. Most Mud Slap users will come into you. Most Mud Slap users are ground only, which you hit super effective against. So with that, grab a shield and take it to like 1 HP here, which is pretty nice. Togekiss going to come in, take the Shadow Punch, burned out the switch clock a little bit because I'm going to have to get into golurk pretty quick here, but unfortunately that was a very fast mid game, so yeah, I'm trying to get out, but I have to just take a couple moves here. And in the back is a Greninja. Gonna shield up a move. This seems like pretty easy bait category for me, because I don't even know if it's a bait, because it's a Shadow Golurk who's already Mud Slapped this down to the yellow. Yeah, and I'm just going back to back here, thinking that this is probably going to be enough. And it is. So that is great. Couple Mud Slaps here. Going to shield. I think they're at like a close to 2 moves, but I also want that second Mud Slap to register to take them to the yellow, because I think that will, the one that forces energy here. 2, they're gonna have to throw a blind, so like right away, so they don't get any extra energy, and then I can Psyshock down here. Togekiss into Nidoqueen. So that's what I'm talking about, right? It's the same meta, which is fine because you can learn the matchups. So again, we can just stay in this matchup. It's a non-shadow. We'll have Stone Edge too, so we'll have probably 2 charge moves that hit super effective. You have the Psyshock. I could catch. I could go 1 and catch here, and it looks like what I'm gonna do. 1 and catching, knowing that that's a typical play for players. Catch a resisted Poison Fang. Now Galarian Moltres comes in, is going to delete me. I was trying to get to the punch, realized I couldn't, and then I was kind of locked in a Mud Slap there. So not what you should definitely get the move off. Even a resisted Shadow Punch, you should get off there. Because if I got it off, I'm coming in with Drapion, which has super effective Ice Fangs, but they're going to get to a second move. But if I chip that with Shadow Punch, this thing's already taken out, so I would not have to burn a second shield. So just be aware of like how much damage your opponent's doing, and any chip is good chip sort of thing. Nidoqueen comes in. I'm already at an Aqua Tail because I did overfarm a ton. They let that go. It is a Scizor in the back. Let's see if I instant swap. Okay, once they let that go, I think it's now just fast move range. They were more worried about the Aura Sphere, which I agree, so they let it go, but then that just puts them in fast move range, and I will be able to take them out. Yep. Should I talk about the Jays now? Okay. We know how to play this matchup out. I am filming this actually the morning of, like, this is going live at 1:15 today, and it's currently 8 a.m. So I just get my kids off to school, and I don't start work for another 40 minutes here. So basically filming this in the morning because I was in the office yesterday, and Jays were on last night from 8 till 11:30, and that's when I normally do my videos. And I was up till 3 a.m. the other night watching the game 3. So didn't want to shoot a video at 11:45 last night, so I'm doing it this morning. 3-2 Jays, crazy. Okay, Mana Biscuit's taken out. Out comes a Nidoqueen, and this is where Ice Fang Drapion is still going to put on some pressure. There's an Aqua Tail. Getting back into the Mud Slap, getting back into the Flyer, so I don't have to take Super Effective for no reason there. Plus, there could potentially be another like Flyer in the back. So I'll be interested to see if I shield here, knowing that I could take this out. I'm just going to let it go. They do take me out. Am I going to go golurk to try and get some energy? Yeah. Do take it down. What's in the back? Oh, it is a Zweilous, and that is, yep, that's a top left. Oh, look, I'm screwed. So you can see like me trying to figure out like what the hell do I do here? So Drapion, I guess, is your best option. Shilling up a Weather Ball, which I don't generally like. Nidoqueen and a Poison one at that. So this is okay. But if they just basically... Okay, they're not sacrificing. I think I'm going to... Yeah. I assume this will be some sort of ground move. And it's an Earth Power. But their fast move seems to be bad. And mine is super effective. So I'm hoping that with this extra energy, I can just like... spam the crap out of this Ninetales and put it low enough that I can combo it with my Pokemon that are weak to it. Problem is, if they just overfarm a bit, which I think they do, very smart play, knowing that I'm Ice Fang and I can't do much, they're going to have 2 moves. So the question is, who are you sacrificing? Are you sacrificing Togekiss? Are you sacrificing Golurk? Looks like I'm sacrificing Togekiss. I may instant swap because I'll probably be within a couple HP of being taken out. And what's in the back? A Jellicent. So all sorts of bad. They do get 2 super effective Surf, which seems crazy. Like I thought I instant swapped, so I thought that with both of us having 3 turn moves that I would win. I would get to CMP and win it first. Maybe I was like delayed in my swap, but I thought I instant swapped. So I'll go down there. Yeah, so that's it. As you saw, a crap ton of just Nidoqueens and Clodsires and Flying and Scizors and stuff. So it's a pretty limited meta. Plus, note the ELO 2500. You'll note next time you're going to see my ELO, it's at 2770 now. I have found it. I found the Great League team I like. I alluded to it that I was like, what? I think I was 8-2. But when I stopped it, and I've played 3 sets this morning, and I've gone 5-0, 4-1, 3-2. So, yes, seems to be working. What's that? 13-2, 17-3, 20, 25. So I'm 20-5 so far with the team. I'm back up to 2770 ELO, and yeah, so I'm going to try and run with that team, and I'll showcase it hopefully by Monday. Or by Monday I'll probably get it. Maybe not though. Like maybe I'll just hold it until I hit Legend with it, because I do think it's a very strong team, and it's got everything that I like. It's got like a wide variety, and it's got a Pokemon that I'm not seeing a lot used, and it's been very, very, very strong. So not spoiler, teaser, more of a teaser. Let me just quickly check the schedule for this, because we are getting somewhat close to the end of the season. Tomorrow's the 31st. Happy Halloween. And then we are in November, and November is the last month. So there are only 4 weeks left after this. We have an Ultra League and Jungle Cup. Jungle Cup is a great league, but it is a repeat from earlier. So at least you know what it is. But then the week after, when it's normally Master League, it is actually the all 3 Great League, Ultra League, Master League. So between having just Jungle Cup next week and the Great League the week after, I'll probably save it to see if I can hit it, and then I'll showcase it for sure. Because after that is Mega Master League and the 2025 Championship Series, and then the last week is Great League, Ultra League, Master League, but way to screw us over. The Great League is a catch cup. So you only have one more open Great League after this week. So there's 4 weeks left, only one open Great League, the November 11th to November 18th. Otherwise, you do have Great League options, but it's a Jungle Cup, a 2025 Championship Series, which just has some like random banned Pokemon, and then a Catch Cup. So yeah, I might want to start grinding now if you want to grind the Great League. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Gotta go to work, and I'll see you guys in the next one.